Alright guys, so today we took a hell of a fall. We went down to our range, which was expected if we received bad news, which we did from Target earnings, and from Bed Bath & Beyond as well, because Ryan Cohen, who was a big believer in Bed Bath & Beyond, is selling his stake, which is a bad sign. And with Target, they missed their earnings. They did even worse than expected. So that pushed everything down today, as well as the Fed speaking today on his outlook, and they basically said they're going to continue doing these rate hikes at 0.75 basis points, which the market is expecting, but he had a very hawkish tone, and the theory is that, the fear is that if inflation doesn't cool down, that the Fed will have to do what's called a Paul Volcker, which, if you don't know who Paul Volcker was, then he was the Fed back in the late 70s, early 80s, who is famous for slamming interest rates up as high as 20% in one blow. That's what he's known for. Okay, basically slamming the economy. And Jerome Powell, who's a current Fed chair, is a fan of Paul Volcker, and the fear is that if we can't get inflation to cool down, then the Fed could potentially Paul Volcker us, right? Slam the economy, which is possible. And if that were to happen, then we'd see what I predicted happen at the end of last year actually take place, where we see this we see the ES slam all the way down to, let's go back, where's it at, where we see it drop back into the, hold on, I didn't really follow the ES back then, but let's go to SPY. If we got Paul Volcker, we'd most likely see us come back down to the 200 levels in the SPY. Okay, so we'd lose probably another 50% in the stock market if he was to actually do that. Okay, so what does that mean for now? Well, for now, we're still going to be dealing with inflation, and we know where the market wants to go. The market wants to pull back to the 200, to at least this 41.90 here. Okay, that's a real possibility on the weekly here, and on the daily, we may pull back. We most likely gonna see it come back down here. Okay, we're gonna see it come back down here, retest, possibly go up, or continue break straight through and come down here, hover right here, and if it's still bearish, it'll come down here, and then, well, down we go. So what does that mean for you guys? How do you make money? Well, like I said, the best way to make money right now, while the market is going down, is you can be putting your money into inverse ETFs such as SQQ. You could be, when this is going down, the dollar's going up, because fear drives. When investors have fear in the markets, everybody runs to the dollar and the Japanese yen. Okay, they're known as safe havens, which means that's where that's where we go into a risk off environment, meaning all the money in risky assets flood out and go into safe assets such as bonds and things that are guaranteed and backed by strong governments. Okay, so if we see this continue to drop, we can expect the dollar to strengthen. So we know if you're managing or trading, you should be looking for risk off assets to play within, or assets that are backed by real assets, and backed by the government, etc. Okay, so that's how you play that. So I'm expecting a dip down here tonight. If we break to the upside, then we'll probably retest, come up towards this 4,300 level. But honestly, I'm more bearish, so I'll be looking for more of a bearish play for tonight, going into tomorrow, and probably for the rest of the week, most likely, honestly. So that being said, we know what's going on. Let's go to the NASDAQ. Ooh. So we know what's going on here. And if you can't tell, guys, SPY and NASDAQ mirrors each other for the most part. They literally mirror each other. So they tend to move in correlation. So, the only difference is just, just the way it's measured in the holdings. But for the most part, they mirror each other. Okay. So I'm expecting that to break through and come down here somewhere. I mean, it may hold. We're gonna see. We're gonna see during the Asian session and London session. But for the most part, I'm bearish on both. And yeah. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone that's interested in learning something about the markets. And with that being said, guys, happy trading / investing. Oh, and by the way, if you're investing, this is a good time to be watching the levels to start rebuying more or dollar cost averaging into your current positions for a better pricing. So it's a good time to start buying. So yeah, if that's what you're watching this for. Okay, if you're not a trader, you're an investor, you can use this information to try to time your dollar cost average positions. So yeah. Alright, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.